One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Vanderbilt's offense will start this game off with the football. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse,
there he goes. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They run the reverse. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
From the gun, wants to pass. He'll throw it. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. The Commodores will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. So the Florida State Seminoles offense has the ball for the first time. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
It's a seam wide open. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
He's got him. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man.
They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Working that wide receiver screen. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. They booted away on 4th down. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Bought a little time, lets it go.
And that's probably one that the QB wants back. I mean, he's got his running back. It's not a hard throw to make, but he just leads him a little bit too far, and you got to realize you're throwing to a running back and not a wide receiver.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Noles will send out the punt unit. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Hands it off. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Commodores send out the punt unit.
Now, a 4th down.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They went 3-and-out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Got the quick completion. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Berry. It's complete. Turning it on. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
He's got an open man. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity.
Got some room entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Noles! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Off the play fake on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Looked to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. The Commodores will punt it away on fourth down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Past the 40. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Back to pass, it's Sperry. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense got it. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Commodores. The defense putting points on the board.
It's really hard as a quarterback because you got your eyes downfield. You're trying to find an open guy. You're trying to negotiate the rush, and all of a sudden people are swatting at the ball. They hit you, they knock it out. Got to do a better job next time of keeping two hands on the ball so you don't get it scooped and scored like what happened right there.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Trying to start the drive with a pass. They've got the screen set up. At the 35, he's got room. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Pulls it in. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Behind the chains now on second and long. He might want another play. Wants to fire on second down. Dances away to buy time. It's complete to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Touchdown, Seminoles! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Georgia State is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 21 over Southern Miss. Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now on second down. Rides the back on the option, the give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball.
And And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Commodores decide to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Back to pass. It's Sperry. Looking down the middle. He's got it. Breaks into the open. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college, we used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense, and he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
The Seminoles trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Florida State. A great catch and run for 6. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5? And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. They'll run play action. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Commodores will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They'll give it to the back. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. And the Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the ground with the back. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. After the big 1st down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Under fire. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Fires to the right. Complete on the comeback. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Release to the back. Pulls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum.
Ready?
After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Snap in the shotgun. Got his man on the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, no! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Out of the end zone. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Red pass, it's complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there.
One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Here's the handoff. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Nashville, and we've had a lively first half.
And the Commodores will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. Quarterback making adjustments. To throw, it's Sperry. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
And the Seminoles come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Fires it down the seam. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Zings it complete to the right. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Sperry. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
You know, these linebackers have to be so good in zone coverage and reading the quarterback's eyes to get to the ball. You saw that linebacker do it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. At the 35, he's loose. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Hold it. Offense.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Hold it. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Seminoles will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he pumps it up inside the 20. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Give to the running back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Commodores, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking for space. It's McLeod.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got out of trouble and throws. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. And the Commodores line up to punt it away.
Number 10 on to punt it away.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend it. Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly of the running back, and you have to be able to understand, or I'm pitching it to him. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit confused, a little bit slow, and that's why the defense won this rep.
To the air, it's Sperry. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Noles will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. 1st down and more. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Commodores have it with a 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Morris. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now the play fake. And wings it incomplete.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And the Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Pulls it, fired, complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Complete to the right. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Looking for a man. It's Sperry. Buying some time. Right on the money. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the 1st? Or can you just stretch out?
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Seminoles will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it's a final now, and one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Miami had a dominant win. The kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. Never know what can happen when 2 good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to beat you.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Commodores will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They unleashed an aerial assault last time. It took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Applewhite. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The Seminoles back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some... And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Gets it out fast. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Got a little space. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. And the Commodores come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He'll try it again. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17. The Commodores kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants wants to throw. Complete disaster there. He loses 10. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sport.